So let's talk about from here. Let's talk about some of the criticism generally that's kind of thrown around for Sufis, and let's start with the first one on my list, which is that Sufis are grave worshippers. They go to graves, and they're not praying to Allah Ta'ala. They're praying to a dead person who's going to be of no benefit. And sometimes people might go to graves and pray to Allah, even though they're standing at the grave. Other times they might be praying directly, invoking the person in the grave. So, how do you see that, and how do you answer that criticism? Not of
Now,
yourself,
to
right?
be honest with you, I was born and raised in Syria. I had my first studies and memorization of the Quran there. I never heard that term until I came out to the West. And in the West, I heard the term grave worshippers. And I was really puzzled by it. And I started asking around. I mean, and again, I grew up in a Sufi environment.
Mhm.
If I was to say, let's say, um, that, and I don't remember that. So I went to far extent. In fact, even when on my trips to India, many trips to India, I went and asked people who, like, I went to graves and I visited them, and I asked people there that I saw doing things that are wrong. For example, prostration. I saw that, and I asked them, "Hey, do you worship the grave?" Or he said, "No, no, we don't worship graves." How about the person inside the grave? No, we don't worship the person inside the grave. So I've been looking for actually a grave worshiper. I don't know if you can find one for me, because if you can, please interview him for whatever sake that you value. I have not seen anyone who actually worships a grave. I think that term is intellectual terrorism, if any. Surely there are practices that are wrong. Prostrating to a grave is a sin, not a kufr.
Yeah.
Sin, unless a person believes that prostration is because that person in the grave or the grave is worthy of being worshipped, and no one believes that. They
Yeah.
all say that we believe in Allah, the creator of all, but we believe that Allah enabled this dead person to to give barakah, to channel blessings. Now we can argue about that, whether that's authentic, whether that's inauthentic, right, wrong. Obviously, we understand that everyone is helpless without Allah. All the creation, irrespective of who they are ajiz without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, incapable without Allah Azza wa Jal of
Yeah.
anything, whether they're living or dead in all their states. But to say grave worshipping, that's to me intellectual terrorism, which has been abused for now many, many, many years. But because I said it's not kufr to prostrate a creation, prostrating to creation, because Allah ordered a creation to prostrate to a creation. Allah ordered the malaika, a creation, the angels, to prostrate to Adam, who is also a creation. And therefore, the act of prostration, while is forbidden in our Sharia, does
Yeah.
not constitute kufr, because Allah does not order kufr. So did Yaqub prostrate to Yusuf in the Quran. We have to take this and not terrorize others, and we should have good thinking about others. I am not saying that some of these places that are called Sufi shrines or Sufi places do not have a lot of innovations